Hello, everyone. I want to thank you for coming. Uh, I don't know how long when this will go. Last week, I couldn't believe how long I went, but I did have some guests come up, so it helps me go a little longer. Uh, we're down to just four working days. Now, next week, when I do this live stream, I will officially be retired. I am so looking forward to that. Except I will. These things keep messing up on me, but that's all right. Charam, give me a moment here, Charam. Let me give you a monitor. There you go. Thanks for coming. Oh, excuse me. I just had pizza. I'm sorry, everybody. I don't mean to make you hungry. I just had what we call a white pizza. Happy Easter, everybody. I didn't know it's Sunday morning over in the Philippines. It's Easter evening here. It's just now not quite 8. It's about a minute till 8 in the evening here. So I want to thank you all for coming. Like I said, next week I'll officially be retired this day. It'll be my first day of retirement. I am so looking forward to it. I will turn off all my alarms on my phone because they're all set for work. All my alarms on my phone are for work, not for my daily living. Uh, Although I may set one for my daily, weekly, a weekly thing that happens to remind myself. Uh, but yeah, it is such a thank you, Charmaine. We appreciate that. So you're here with your main channel and your ninja. We appreciate you coming like that. I I don't know if you noticed or not, but I'm no longer in my living room. I'm now in my bedroom. There's my bed. You can see my bed. There's my whiteboard right over here on this side. That is a dream catcher up there. That's a Plains, Native American Plains Indians or Native American Plains, the Plains. Uh, a dream catcher is supposed to catch your nightmares so they can't get into your brain and you don't have nightmares. That's what it's supposed to be for. Yes, I'm part Native American, very little, but my Native Americans actually East Coast, not the Plains Indians. So, well, it is what it is. It's that picture behind me there. That is a picture of my very first ship with the date that I reported on board and the date my older brother reported on board. He bought that picture and had it framed. And Gary, thanks for coming, man.
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, that's good. I don't know if you can see that. There's a black-bellied whistling duck.
Okay, that's Garrett.
Oh, there's another one up there.
And by the way, we got Charmaine here, Anna Mae, Jaylene. Let's see who else is here. Uh, that's all I can see. Anna Mae, Jaylene, and Charmaine.
All right, hi to all.
And they're wishing us a happy Easter. I don't know if you heard me say it or not, but I'm no longer in my living room. I'm now in my bedroom at my computer desk. I took down the desktop and I packed it up. I'll be giving that to my younger nephew, my regular nephew, my youngest nephew. I only got two nephews and two great nephews. I'll be giving it to him. Thank you, Charmaine. I'm glad that you can hear us. But so I cleaned my computer desk off in my bedroom and took that out of here. And so I set my laptop up in here. And so I'll be doing my live streams from here until I tear this down and get ready to leave.
You would recognize something like that, Larry?
Oh yeah, it's a stovetop, gas stovetop.
Yeah.
Burners.
Same with
Uh,
that
uh,
heater,
yeah.
like that.
Now that looks more like a desktop to me.
No,
Not a
yeah,
heater.
it's a heater.
Electric one though.
No gas.
Is it?
Yeah, it's got the. You can see the fitting,
Yeah.
and then that's another one right there.
That one's an old one, probably well beyond it's beyond being safe to use.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I was gonna say, thinking okay, it's probably 1950s or older.
Yeah, like I said, that was beyond being safe.
Yeah, no, we don't use them anymore.
Yeah. Well, I had an electric one in here in the bedroom because the main heater is in the living room. And I got a wall mount back here, one of those baseboard that just the air has to pass through it. It does okay. It keeps it from getting freezing, but sometimes if it's really cold, it needed a little extra help. And hey, Acorn Society, how you doing, man? So how you doing, Acorn? We appreciate you coming. But so yeah, happy Easter, everybody there in the Philippines.
Yeah.
It's not quite Easter here yet, but it's close. Uh, so yeah, I'm still straightening things up. Like I said, I finally got everything back off the bed. I had the boxes on the bed and put everything together, or took everything apart and put it back in their boxes and boxed it all back up because I kept the original box that the computer came in and the monitor. The monitor was separate. I bought a 27-inch curved monitor that I used.
I'll be back because I forgot to give watermelon to the chickens.
Okay, well I'll be here. We'll let you back up when you come back up.
I'll leave the phone like that. I'll be back.
All right. Get that out of my way. Sorry, folks. I'm still straightening things out. I had a little end table here, as you can see. It was underneath my desk. The leg's coming loose. Let's see if I can get that tightened back up. There it goes. It's back up. I've had this for years. This actually belonged to my oldest sister, and she let me have it years ago. So, I'll I'll get rid of that eventually because I can't take the stuff with me. It just lets me spread out here, have a little more comfort here. That's what my desktop, the hard drive set on that, and on the under bottom. Then I ran everything up to the top here, and so, but yeah, we'll get that out of the way. That lets me sit here a little more comfortable. Now, hey Tim, how you doing, man? I just didn't notice you come in. Thanks for coming. Like I said, now next Saturday, it won't be any more working days. It'll be retired. First day of retirement. Probably what I'll call it. It'll be my first official day of retirement next Saturday. Because I do have to work Friday, so that's my retirement date, not my retirement. It'll be my last day of work. My first retirement date will be Saturday, first day of actually retired. And I am every day. I start looking a little more forward to it. I got a friend. I think they're about as excited about it as I am. No, they're quite a bit younger than me. They're 10 years younger. So they're not quite old enough to retire yet. Probably won't right away. They still got a kid in college, so they'll keep working at least till they get the kid out of college, I'm sure. So, That's the way it goes sometimes, you have your kids later in life. You have to make up for it. Yeah, I'm getting excited, Tim. I really am. For retirement, like I said, now once I get after I retired or work a week or two after I retire, I'll start getting excited about going to the Philippines. But once I retire, I still got all this work to do around my apartment to get everything set up and get rid of it. Like I said, I got a stand that I got my laptop setting on so the breeze can go underneath and it doesn't overheat, and it raises it up so I can set up, and I'm looking right at it. I love the thing, but I'm not going to take it with me. I'll give this to a friend of mine if they want it. I got another one I'll give away as well. I like this one the best. That's why I use it. But I'll probably buy another one when I get over there and decide where I want to live. I just don't want to have. It's metal, and I don't want to have to go through the scanners with it or check it through the. I guess I could do it on the check luggage, but the only way I would sand it is if I decided to send stuff over. Yeah, Tim, I'm going to be busy that first week or two after I retire, getting this all straightened out here at home. I've already got rid of a bunch of stuff. I got some more to go through and get rid of. I'm going to go see my nephew next weekend, and I'm taking a bunch of stuff to him. I'll should still be home to do my live stream. At least that's what I plan on being. It'll be 8 o'clock at night. I may go up on Sunday and not Saturday. I have to see if my friend wants to go up. We're going to go see my brother-in-law who broke his ankle. And so he's in rehab. And we want to go see him. And we'll meet my nephew at the rehab because it's closer to where we live. We're not planning on going over to his place, and I can give him the stuff I got packed up. Then if I got more to give him, I can give. I told him already that I'm going to stop by and spend a night or two with him before I go to Terre Haute, and I'll stop by on my way back from Terre Haute for a night or two. I'll come back down here. I got to sell my car. I won't do that till then. I'm going to be kind of busy Monday this week. I'm going to go get my oil changed. It's been over 3 months, a little over 3 months it's been changed, but it's only been about not even 3,000 miles since the last oil change, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. And that should take me through till I sell the car. I shouldn't put another $5,000 on it in that time frame. So I'll sell my car with less than 65,000 miles on it. I don't know how much I'll get out of it. Whatever I get goes in my emergency fund. Just like my tax returns will go in my emergency fund. I got enough money that I can set myself up and go a month or two besides the first month. So I can go 2 or 3 months unless I really get hit hard without touching my money that I'm going to be using for my living expenses. So that'll help build up my emergency fund. And so that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm not going to discuss how much money I'm going to have. That belongs to me and me alone. I wouldn't even tell a woman when I first start dating. I don't plan on dating. Don't get me wrong. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying when I first start to date, she's not going to know how much money I have. I'd have to get, no. If we're just dating, you don't need to know. And just know that I have enough money that I can pay my bills. I may have
You don't even tell. You don't even tell the relatives down here regarding finances like that.
Yeah, I don't ask my sister how either one of my sisters. I don't ask them how much money they got. They're both retired. Both my sisters are that still living. I know they got a better retirement. At least they did than I do. Because they both got the Social Security plus another retirement. I only got my Social Security. And but it's none of my business.
No,
They don't ask me how much I have. It's not our business. Yeah, that's right. No budget for it. I'm going to lose when I retire. I'm going to lose over half my income, my take-home income. I'm going to lose over half of it when I retire. I take home more from working than I do from Social Security. Hey, Kevin, how you doing, man? Thanks for coming. My Filipino American adventure is getting ready to go back to the Philippines. Him and his wife and son. Uh, I don't know if both these boys are going. I know Fritz is going with him. I'm not sure about his other son, or he may already be over there. He's old enough; he can go on his own. Uh, but yeah, they're getting. He's retired. He worked at one of the. Was that a? That's a national park you worked at, or was that a state park? I want to say national park. He works at. Him and his wife both worked at a national park there. Um, so they're getting ready to go back to the Philippines, and he's retired. He just retired, so he's going back here permanently. So just like Danny retired and went back to be with his wife and son. So he took his mother with him. So they're back in the Philippines right now. And for those, Kevin, in case you don't know it, Danny's channel is Road to the Philippines, and he was a nurse, and he'd work so long, then he'd go back to the Philippines. His wife stayed in the Philippines. They built a real nice house and a guest house. Got some a piggery going, some other things going. They live out in the province. I believe I will. Like I said, I'm not going over there to find a wife or a girlfriend or a boyfriend. In case you're wondering, I am straight. I prefer women, guys. And I don't prefer men. There's nothing wrong with guys that do. I'm just not for me. And but I'm not going over there to get hitched, especially in the first year or so. I want to find out where I want to live. I want to find out how much it's going to cost for me to maintain the lifestyle I want. And it's not extravagant. I'm not wanting to go over there and, oh, you can live like a king. I don't want to live like a king. I just want to live comfortably and be able to travel a little bit. That's what I want. I want a nice apartment. If I can afford a 1-bedroom, I'd love a 1-bedroom. But that would depend on where I live, if I can afford a 1-bedroom or not. And so, those are things that I will find out once I get there. I'm not going to know anything until then. I know what I want to spend. I know what I'm willing to spend. And I know what I can spend. Those are 3 different numbers.
Yep.
I don't know if I can live in Cebu on what I'd want to spend, but I think I can live there on what I'm willing to spend. But like I said, I want to save so much money every month out of my Social Security to put back towards emergency funds, which I'll already have, but it doesn't hurt to build it up. Plus, if you have to get into it, like let's say you want to take a longer trip than normal and you don't have the money in your normal budget, you can dip into it because you're saving. So you can do that, but you can't do it all the time. You can't make a habit of it. Like Tim was saying, you just got to let people know, I don't have a budget, no budget. Don't have the budget. Now, Tim, I'm not going to say what I got, but I will say this. I have enough that I think I'll be comfortable. I'll be safe. What other people think, that's up to them. I know for a fact I can live on less than that $2,000, and I know I can still save money on with less than $2,000. Like I said, I'm not going to be living like some people. I'm not looking for a $400 or $500 a month apartment. I really don't want one that high. I can pay for one that high, uh, but I really don't. I would prefer something a little less expensive. But if I don't like what I can find for the price I want, I will go up a little higher. But you got to remember now, Jim, I'm not going to have a girlfriend, so it's just me. It's just me. I got to worry about my rent, my utilities, my phone, my groceries, my going out to eat. I don't have to worry about anybody else. I will go out and meet some of the other vloggers that I've met on YouTube here. I will get together with them a little bit, but that to me, that's not dating. That's just meeting some friends. Hello, Maria Fitz. I don't know who you are. Uh, Let me do something here. Now, how did you find me, Maria? Okay. Well, I see your. Yeah, Tim. Like I said, I can afford to spend more than what I want, but that's not what I want to do. I want something larger than my bedroom, which right now is where I'm at. But I have lived in an area pretty much this small. I was renting a room from a guy back, and I was really broke back then. And so I found an ad that the guy was looking for a roommate. He had lost his job and he had just bought a house not too long before that. So he was looking for a roommate to help him out with his bills. And I could afford what he was asking, so I rented from him. It was cheaper than getting my own place at that particular time. Now later on, I was able to find a place that would didn't cost me any more than what he was wanting to charge me, and I moved to a place of my own. One bedroom wasn't as nice as his place, but I was living on my own. And hey, Kevin Master, you have a family of four, wife, and 15, 17-year-old boys. I spend about 1,500 US a month, then blow about 1,000 a month. Uh, it averages on see, it averages on 2 trips a year with my wife. One is usually for a month in the USA. Well, that's not bad. Like I said, I'm a single man. I have no kids. Uh, Unlike most men my age, I've never been married. And like I said, yes, I do like women. I have lived with a woman or two. We won't, but it didn't work out. If it had worked out, I would have got married, but it didn't work out. Uh, one relationship that was really a good relationship, and actually was with a Filipino. Was in when I was in the Navy in San Diego. I run that relationship for years. I thought it was her, but I looked back on it. I realized it was me. About 90% my fault. So me. This one, the other one I was talking about, it was her fault. Uh, she kept saying she didn't want to be kept woman, but she didn't want to help with any of the bills. She wanted me to. She would do the cooking, but I had to do. And she wasn't working. I was paying all the bills, and she would cook, but she wanted me to do the dishes. I mean, if I'm paying all the bills, I shouldn't have to do any of the housework if you're staying home all day while I'm at work. You know. All right, Kim Master. Now, do you have a question for you, Kim Master? Kiln Master. Kiln. That looks like Kiln Master. Uh, All right. But what I want to know is now, is your wife Chinese? Or is she Filipino? Or you happen to be retired from some business that lets you do this? Because, like I said, you got a couple young sons. And if you've been, now you could have lived in China working, you could be living in Dubai is working and living in the Philippines working. But it sounds like you've been retired for about 12 years, or you've been working overseas for 12 years. I myself wasn't intelligent about saving money. I admit that honestly, it's my fault. I don't point a finger at anybody for my financial situation. Okay, that's cool. Uh, like I said, I have when I was younger, and I talked about this in one of my very first videos about Lazy Larry, and because and then before I was Lazy Larry, I think it was before I was Lazy Larry, but I was talking about it. Uh, when I was around 12 years old, my father went on total disability. Now, my dad stood about 6'3", maybe a little taller, weighed about 258 pounds, strong as an ox, could lift 200 pounds without breaking a sweat. He was a truck driver cross country, and he had to help load and unload his own truck. So he was in good shape physically that way. He had a gut, but he said a lot too. And he lifted something wrong, and he pulled a bow out of place. And in 3 months' time, he went from 258 pounds down to 150 in 3 months. That was it. Never worked another day in his life. And he was talking one time, I can remember it plain as day. He said, if I was faking this, I could enjoy being retired. He always planned, he was 47 when he went into total disability. He always planned to retire at 55 because he was a Teamster. And you had to be 55 to get your retirement. You had to have 20 years and be 55. That's cool there, Cunning Master. But anyway, so he retired at 47 and had, I think, 25 years, 26 years on the road. So he had the years. He didn't have the age. And so he got full retirement, Social Security and from Teamsters. So when my dad passed, my mom didn't get any money from the Teamsters. That's the way it was. He would have loved to let her have some of it. Took less money on his retirement to give her some. But the younger guys never wanted to do that. They always wanted more money. So anyway, as I grew older and thought about it more as I got older, it's like, do I want to put it off till I retire? What happens if I don't get to retirement? Or what happens when I get to retirement, I can't enjoy myself? So I always went into debt freely to do something I wanted to do. I went to China in 99 on my credit cards. Spent 3 weeks, bought the plane tickets, hotels, all that was on my credit cards. And so it was just, I didn't care. And I went to other places as well. I went to a few places in Canada. I went to New Orleans. I went to other places around the United States on credit card. It's like I didn't care. I had a chance to go. I wanted to go. Put it on the card. I'll pay for it later. Which I did. Don't get me wrong. I paid for it, but that kept me from saving money because I was always digging my way out of debt, then going right back in. And so I did that for years. I did that up until, I was digging my way out of debt during the pandemic. I happen to be one of the. I'm a security guard. In case you guys don't know, most of you do, but the new ones here may not know that. I worked security. I worked security for almost 40 years. It's paid all my bills, let me travel. So I'm not ashamed of the job I did. Honest work. Uh, but like I said, I was always going in and out of debt. And so during the pandemic, I worked. There was people I know that made less money than me, kind of sat home and got more money than I did working. And I was working overtime. Because security guards, I worked at a automotive facility. We were considered essential. So we had to work. We couldn't stay home and draw unemployment. If I stayed home and was voluntarily quitting, I wouldn't have got anything. But I was working an average 64 to 72 hours a week for a whole year. Well, dang near a whole year. I probably averaged that for the whole year, though. There was times I got over 100 hours or well over 90. And I was working 12, 16-hour days. I'd work 30-some days in a row. I mean, I was working all kinds of crazy stuff. And it really helped me get out of debt a little quicker. I was still in debt when it came out of it, but in a lot better shape. So then I moved from Rochester area down here I live down by Albany, New York. I'm originally from Indiana. I was working up in Rochester, New York area. I have lost that job up there because they got bought out and they closed the site down. So I had to change jobs anyway. And I had a friend down here, been trying to get me to come down here for a long time, be close to her family. And, there's a mother, father, daughter, and son. I knew them all. Friends with all of them. Now, the father passed away shortly after I moved down. But the mother, daughter, and son, and his wife and kids still here. And I still get to see them once in a while. So they wanted me to come down. I was having to change job. The job that was being offered to me at the time wasn't paying that good. I made more money at the other job. But I could walk a distance from my apartment. I could just walk back and forth. Even during the winter, it was only like a block away of that. If I cut through the church's parking lot, it would be about a half block. So, real close.
Yep.
But I decided that I'd rather move down here. I came down here, made more money, went into debt a little bit to get some things I needed because I needed more furniture than what I had. So I bought the furniture, went in debt a little bit, got that paid. And within a year, I had all that paid off and started getting everything else straightened out. But I was always still, watching my money, but not putting back a lot because things come up you have to do. And so the last couple of years is when I really started getting things straightened out. I got a decent amount of money in the bank right now for going. Now I'm building up my emergency fund. I'll have a decent amount of that when I go over. I'll have even more after I get over there because I'm not going to touch it for a few months. At least 2 months I won't have to touch it. And then the third month I may have to take that part of that money out. But I'll have a decent chunk of change in there. But that's for emergencies. What happens if I have to go back to the States? What happens if I have a medical issue? You got to have that money. You can't treat that money as, I got money, let's spend it. I can't do that anymore. I got to watch my money. And I've been doing that here this last year. Been paying a lot more attention. I have bought stuff, but only what I need. And that's one of the reasons I don't have more money back. I bought this new laptop because my old one wasn't worth taking over. I bought some stuff for going overseas. Some of the stuff, I might have bought some stuff I didn't really need, but I don't begrudge myself because, like I said, I paid cash. Every credit card's paid off. I even canceled a credit card because I'm no longer going to use it. It was one for BJ's, which is like a Costco's. Or I'm trying to think of what they are overseas.
SNR in the Philippines.
What are the ones called over in the Philippines? The
SNR?
is it SNR one that you joined?
Yeah, SNR is the one in the Philippines.
All
Or
right.
Landers, I think, is another one.
Yeah, like I said, BJ's is like that. It's one of those clubs that you pay a membership and you get, but you have to buy in bulk and just save money. And also, I could buy my gas there. Got a reduced price on that, but I canceled that because when I go back to Indiana, there is no BJ's anywhere near my family. Going to renew, and you pay a yearly membership. I'm going to renew this later this month, so I didn't want to renew it. So I just canceled the card. So it was an automatic renewal on the card. So I canceled the card, so it will not be renewed. And then I, paid it off and canceled the card, which hurt my, SNR or Landers, yeah. And like I said, BJ's is similar to them. You got BJ's, Sam Club, and Costco. Those are your three big ones here in the States. They're supposed to be opening up a Costco in this area, but there wasn't one unless they got it opened now. There was Sam's Club and BJ's, all we had in this area. And when I go back home, I think it's only Sam's Club. There's no BJ's. I don't think they got a Costco unless they opened it recently. So like I said, it was no sense keeping it. And I can go to a couple other places if I pay cash. It happens to reduce the cost of the gasoline by 10 cents a gallon. That's not a lot, but that's over $1 a tank full, But $1.50 or more a tank full, so you might as well save it. Crystal, how you doing? Thanks for coming. And so yeah, it's just like I said, it's just something that I didn't need, so I canceled it. I will probably get a Landers if they're close, a Landers or an SNR when I get there. I'll at least go in and check them out to see if it's worth getting. But like I said, it depends on where I live. I want to live where in Cebu, I want to be in an area, and I don't want to live in the bubble. I don't want to live in IT Park or the business park. Close to them is fine, but I don't really want to live in them because it's more expensive in that area. And like I said, I would prefer to save a little more money by getting something different. But I want to be able to walk to a grocery store like a S&M or something, I want to be able to walk to a coffee shop. I would like to be able to walk to a mall if I can find the right place. And when I say walk, I mean 15, 20 minutes. I don't walk as much as I used to, so I don't want an hour walk. I'll take a 15, 20-minute walk. 10 minutes would even be better, but 15, 20-minute walk to these places. I really do want to be near a coffee shop. Nice looking toolbox. Or is that
it's a tackle box.
Tackle box, okay.
Oh. I can see that. A snake skin.
Yeah. That's cool.
I haven't opened this tackle box in a very long time.
Yeah. Well, I can honestly say I haven't opened a tackle box and I don't know if I've ever opened one.
Yeah,
I have, but it wasn't mine. I've never owned a tackle box.
Small little cassette, 3-footer.
Yeah.
This junk that was in there.
Like I said, I was
an old Dell PC.
Yeah.
That doesn't work anymore.
Like I said, I have been fishing, but I'm not much of a fisherman. So I never owned a tackle box.
I haven't gone fishing in about 2012, but I got about 3 tackle boxes here.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I've never owned a tackle box because the only time I ever went fishing is if somebody wanted to go fishing and wanted me to go with them, and they had an extra fishing pole. Because I never owned a fishing pole either.
Yeah. Well,
I was just,
we don't have the lakes here, but we have the ocean. Well, not the ocean, the Gulf.
yeah. Well, we had a pond when I worked at Alcam back in Terre Haute. It was an aluminum company. We had a pond that we could go fishing on, and you didn't need a license. So I took
That's
one of my
neat.
brother-in-laws who loved to fish. We went, took his boat, went out there, and went fishing. Uh,
What, you have bass there or crappie?
uh, we didn't catch anything but bottom fish.
Hmm.
We didn't need it. We just caught it and let it go. I'm not sure.
Catch and release.
Yeah, catch and release. That's all we did. My younger brother used to fish all the time. He liked to fish. He liked golfing and fishing.
It's a great
Now,
hobby.
I have gone ocean fishing. When I was in the Navy out in Washington State, we could take a day off to go salmon fishing. You had to pay had to pay the fees for the boat, but you got a day off. So like, yeah, I'll go fishing for a day off. I caught three
Where was,
silver.
where was that at?
Washington State when I was in
Okay.
the Navy. We went down.
Cool.
I want to say it was out of Oceansides. I think it was the name of the town that we went out of. I was stationed in Pacific Beach, Washington, which is about halfway between Seattle and Portland, Oregon.
At Port in Texas or Port in Maine.
Yeah, like it's Portland, Oregon, and Seattle, Washington. Pac Beach was about 100 miles from one and 110 from the other. You moved. I can't remember which one was closer, but if you moved the city about 5 miles, you'd been almost dead center.
Yeah.
And we were out in La La Land, man. We had a base of about 110 people in a city of about our village or hamlet or whatever you want to call it, of about 500 people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was really small.
We're
But
expecting rain tomorrow here, Derry.
they're calling for rain here tomorrow too.
Yeah.
It's supposed to
It's
be
about time.
starting tonight sometime.
Yeah, we haven't seen rain since last year.
Now, they could have changed it because I think it's supposed to be coming up from your direction. It's supposed to be getting it from the south.
Ours are coming in from the north with a cool, not a cold front, but a cool front.
Yeah.
And it's raining. It was raining. It was at 6 p.m. It was in Laredo, so it'll get here. It was raining in about an hour and a half from west from here.
All right. But we got rain yesterday, and then it was pretty well nice day today. It was even kind of warm for us.
Yeah, I think we were about 92 or 95, somewhere like that.
Yeah. We weren't that warm.
Hmm.
No. We
But it's
weren't
just,
anywhere near that warm.
Yeah, but it'll get cooler. It'll be in the 70s, 60s tomorrow, and same Monday, Tuesday thing in the 70s. Then it'll
Yeah.
warm up at the towards the end of the week.
Well, right now it's 55. Not just dropped to 54. And
A little colder than Baguio weather.
yeah, like I said, it was in the 60s earlier, so, and it's 13 Celsius, so that's what it is right now. And so, I mean, it's not for here. That's not bad. Next week, the highs are going to be, I think, only in the 40s, and the lows going to be in the 30s.
Gee,
But
still
it's going
cold.
to be dry. But it's going to be dry. That's a little
Yeah.
cooler than normal, but it's not bad for here.
Way too cold.
What I've been through this winter, that's not bad weather. I'll take it.
No. Yeah, the next 1 year from now, hopefully all is well, and you'll be in the warm.
Oh yeah. Like I said, if everything goes well, I've seen the last of my winters, And if everything goes
Yeah.
well, I'll see the last of my snow already. But it can snow here in May.
Yep. Or like here saying we can be in the 30s in May. It's
Yeah, that's what
rare,
I'm
but it
saying. I
can
mean,
happen.
I'm saying, if, good Lord willing, I've seen the last of my snow, but I can't guarantee it.
Yeah. Yeah, my Filipino friends always telling me it's so hot here. I said you should appreciate that. It's better than
It
the
beats the heck
cold.
out of the cold. And
Yeah,
I'm
it did.
sorry that you don't have any coffee shops or stores within walking distance. So that's what I like that. I mean, that's one of the things I like about living in a town or a city. Uh, outside where I'm living now, almost every place I've ever lived at, I've had something close enough to walk to within 10, 15 minutes. Now, the closest place to me now would take me, about a half hour to an hour to get there, just because I can't walk as much as I used to. It's over a mile away. And so it would take me a while to get there, at least 20 minutes, probably closer to 30. I'm not a fast walker. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't walk real fast. And and that's a gas station, but that's a Stewart's. They have coffee, they got sandwiches, they got ice cream, cookies, all kinds of, you can go in there and sit down. You can't order food to be made, but they'd have soups. A lot of places that they have soups already made up. I don't know if this one does or not because I've never been in there at lunchtime. But I've been to a few Stewart's where they got chili, chicken noodle soup, and stuff like that. It's already made. You just go in, pick out what you want, get it, pay for it. They'll have pizza made up. They'll have sandwiches made up that you can grab. They're okay. They're not as good as restaurants, but they're good enough. And it's like where I work at. I just grabbed something quick out of the break. They got a break area that's got. Yes, Dan, 4 days left. That's it, buddy. Next Saturday, it'll be my first day of retirement. First day of retirement next Saturday, man. I can't wait. And,
Almost time.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, I'm trying to get everything straightened. I took down the desktop in my bedroom, so I got my laptop set up in here. You can't really see it. But back, let's see. I don't know.
You can see the mic or the light.
No, I'm trying to show my board back there. You can't see it.
Oh, okay. No, come on.
My my to-do board for travel. When you travel, your to-do list, the things you got to make sure you got done, what you got to check on. And so that's back there, but you can't see it. Does help a little bit, doesn't it? I wasn't sure if that light helped much at all. But yeah, so it's just, man, I tell you, I did work today more than I was planning on. But I had to get that desktop down.
Yeah.
And I got a hold of my nephew. Like I said, I'm going to his place next weekend. Actually, we'll meet up with him at his rehabilitation center that his father's at. We'll meet up there. I'll give him that desktop and some other stuff, and then we'll visit with his dad. A friend of mine wants to go. My oldest sister was like a sister to her, or like a second mother to her. They just loved each other, and so she wants to go. And she liked my brother-in-law too, but I mean, she was in love with my oldest sister. And whenever she needed advice, that's who she went to. And so
I'm gonna sign off, Larry. This is getting dark, and
it's already dark here, Tim. I mean,
it's but they're 1 hour ahead of us. It's almost 9.
I mean, it's pitch black out there already.
Yeah, it's getting dark here.
Yeah,
and the rain should be coming in sometime tonight.
Yeah.
If it's raining in the morning, well, it depends if I'll do a live stream or not tomorrow. If it's raining, if it's drizzling, then I can still do it.
Well, depends on what time you start, because I don't set my alarm on the weekends, man. I sleep until whenever I get up.
Yeah, no, I think like all the other bloggers, they do their streams in the evenings or late mornings. I do mine early mornings.
Yeah, well, for your early morning is evening over in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Do mine late morning, but it's the morning over late evening, but it's morning over in the Philippines. Now, when I get
Yeah.
over there, I'll probably start doing it in the morning, but it's going to be evening over here. I'll probably do it Sunday morning. At least I
But
will my first couple. I'll check and see if people want me to change it after I get over there.
I keep the same routine because that's the same.
I am at first, but what I'm saying is, though, once I get over there, because I'm going to be staying over, I'll probably leave it up to my viewers. Do they want me to stay the same, or do they want me to change it?
Because it'd be the same here. Because if you do it in the morning Philippine time, it's still
Yeah, I know.
evening over here.
But do you want me like to maybe do it in the evening, Saturday evening over there, or to be Saturday morning here, or do you want me
No,
to do it? That's
Sunday
what I'm
morning
saying.
over there.
I'll just when I first do it, it's going to be the same. I'm going to do it
Yeah.
Sunday morning at 8, which will be make 8 o'clock Tuesday evening. Here on the East Coast, it'll be the same time for you. But you'll know when I do my first one, because the channel name, I mean the live stream will tell you. It's going to be guess where I'm at.
Yeah.
That means I'm in the Philippines when I do that one.
Yeah, exactly.
So right now, I plan on doing one just before I leave, and it'll probably be last one before the Philippines or something like that. I haven't decided what I'll name that one. Next weekend is going to be retired, and what is going to be 37 days till the Philippines. I think it was 44 this time, right? 44 days.
I'm counting. Yeah.
So it'll be 37 next week. So
that's awesome.
And like I said, from after the retired at 37, it'll be the countdown only. I'll be doing just a countdown for each vlog, and it'll be this many days and this many days. I do plan on. Ariel Mix, how you doing?
Right. So I'm gonna log off. You have a good night. And
all right, man. Take care now.
Easter to everybody over there in the Philippines.
And we'll see you next time, Jerry.
We'll see you. Take care and good night.
Now, Ariel Mix, how you doing? How did you find me? I don't recognize the name, and so maybe we'll get. Jerry, I'm gonna remove you. I'll let you remove yourself later. Looked like your camera's frozen up, but yeah. So it's we're getting real close. Heck, I've been going almost an hour, which is close to my normal amount of time. What do you think? Nice looking shirt. It's one of my new ones. It's a UPF 50. It's like wearing sunscreen. And this is just a polo. As you can see, it only comes down so far. E.T., how you doing, E.T.? Been a while. Thanks for coming. And we want to thank you for coming, Ariel. I will be moving to the Philippines in about 44 days. I'm hoping to make a go of it and stay, but we'll have to see. I'm retired on Friday the 10th. So next Saturday, I'll be doing another live stream. It'll be retired in 37 days to the Philippines. That's what, the numbers is. I'm trying to get ready to enjoy my retirement. I'm poor boy. I'm lower middle class here in the States. Uh, uh, if I was married, my was the only income we'd probably be working for. But being a single man with no kids, I'm lower middle class. Uh, Maybe the upper end of lower middle class, but I'm still lower middle class. But once I retire, I lose over half my income. So I got to figure out a way to keep going, and I cannot afford to stay here. I'd have to move somewhere, and I hate cold. I hate snow. Uh, there are places where I could go and probably live on my Social Security here in the States. But as I look those places, they're not really where I want to go. I mean, there's some of them are nice places, but I want if I'm going to stay in the States, I want a VA close by, and the ones I like the best don't have a VA near them. So I'd have to spend money on health care that I don't have to right now. Yeah, Philippines is hot. I've been to the Philippines before, ET. Uh, uh, my hometown during the summer gets very hot as well. It gets in the 90s, very humid, and very little breeze. Uh, but it's not. It doesn't stay as hot as long as it does in the Philippines. So it will take me some getting used to. When I first left Terre Haute, Indiana, moved to New York during the summers, I left my windows up and never turned the air conditioner on. Didn't need it. I'd turn a fan on. I was quite comfortable. Now it's no longer the case. I've gotten used to it. That's what I'm doing, Ariel. I'm going to the Philippines. It's a place that I'll have to watch my money. I mean, I'm not going to be one of those rich expats, but I won't be a poor one. I'll be able to, I may have to look around to find what I want that I can afford, but I'll be able to find a decent apartment. I won't be living anywhere near like a king. People say, "I'll go to the Philippines. You can live like a king on what I got coming in." I'm not living like a king. Just not going to happen. Uh, the only way it would happen, I'd have to go out in the middle of nowhere, and where it would cost me maybe $500 and I got everything covered. Then I can live like a king. But I'm not going to live out in the middle of nowhere. I want good medical care around me, or at least close by, and I want a comfortable apartment. Those are the things I want, and so I will find it. And like I said, whether it's in Cebu or whether it's in Dumaguete or Iloilo or Davao City or Bacolod or somewhere in Leyte or somewhere on Luzon, I don't know. I know I'm going to start off in Cebu, and I'm going to get this fixed. So I'll be in Cebu for a minimum 6 months, probably a year. I'll sign a long-term contract for a condo or apartment and get this taken care of. So I really got to watch my money till I get that taken care of because I don't know how much that's going to cost me. I know it'll be a lot cheaper there than it would be here in the States. If I wanted to do it here in the States, I'd have to stay at least another year, which would put me through another winter. And I decided, nah, no, I'm not doing that. Not doing that. I mean, I could have, but like I said, I'd had to stay a minimum another year, and that's not going to happen. I'm tired. I'm done. I've had all the winter I want. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to just keep moving forward. We'll get to the Philippines, get the dental work done. Trying to find a place that I'm comfortable with, that I like my surroundings. Find a good friend or two. I don't need a lot of friends. I've never have needed a lot of friends. I can go for days without seeing my buddies, which is fine. I mean, when I retire, I'd like to see my friends a little more than that, but that's fine if that happens. I've been able to do that most of my life. Well, Ariel, the province is not for me. I'm not a person who likes the province. I'm not a country boy. Now, my cousin George would enjoy the province. I would. I like being able to walk to a grocery store. I like being able to walk to a coffee shop. I like being able to walk to a, a restaurant, whether it's a Jollibee's or McDonald's, it doesn't matter. I like being able to walk to those things. I like having decent health care, like they have in Cebu, like Wall or the doctor's hospital. Uh, I want to go because I'm an older gentleman, Ariel. I happen to be 72 years old. I don't look it, but I am. So because I'm older, I don't want to be out in the province. Uh, I'm not much into sitting around and looking at nature. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like nature. I don't mind visiting. I could go out in the province and enjoy myself for a week or so, but I could not enjoy living there. Just too quiet for me. Uh, Now, I don't know if I'm going to like Cebu. It may be too busy. It may be too loud. So I may have to find a smaller city. Like I said, Dumaguete would be a good city. But Valencia, which is a smaller, but it's still a nice place to go. But we'll have to wait and see. I got to wait and see what I can afford, what I like, because I live right outside a large city here in where I'm at. I live right outside of, well, it's not super large. It's not like New York, but I live right outside of Albany, which is the capital of New York State. I live right outside of it. Before that, I lived right outside of Rochester, which is a good sized city. But I rarely went into the cities. But where I was at had what I needed, and if I had to, I could get into the city fairly easy. Uh, and I had a lot of shopping. I had places I could walk to. I was healthier, and my health care happened to be the VA. So I'm close to the VA. I'm close to my health care. Here, I was close to my health care, and when I lived in a little village called Leroy, which is between Batavia and Rochester. And but so anyway, like I said, I like living close to my health care. Uh, so and my health care in the Philippines is going to be the hospitals. So I want a hospital that is open 24/7 and can take care of most of it. Yeah, yeah, Tim. I know it gets quite hot. I think the hottest I've ever been at in Terre Haute was 112. That was one summer, and believe me, it was brutal. Uh, it was also the same temperature in Chicago, and it killed well over 100 people. The heat in Chicago that summer, it was like 112 and it was in the 90s and the hundreds for like a month straight. And I was still living in Terre Haute at that time, and the low was in the 90s. So yeah, I've been through that kind of heat. It's just been a few years since I've been through it, but I still prefer that over what I have here. Like I said, eventually you get used to it. You have to adjust your living. Like when it's super hot like that, you go to the mall and sit in the mall. You That's got air conditioning, or you stay at home and run your air conditioning. And go out when it's not during the hottest part of the day. During the hottest part of the day is when you either stay in your place or you're in the mall. And if it's really too hot, you catch a ride. You don't walk. Like I said, you have to adjust what you're doing, and you can't just say, "Well, I'm going to do this all the time." You got to adjust. I mean, I may be. Hey, Monroe, thanks for coming, man. We appreciate it. In case of those that don't know, life in North Carolina is Monroe. Him and his lovely wife. Happy Easter, man. Now you're still in North Carolina, or are you and your wife gone back over to the Philippines to visit her family again? But yeah, so yeah, it just uh, it just yeah, I'm looking forward to. Like I said, I know I'm going to be sweating a lot. I know I'm going to be. Like I said, that's why I buy these shirts here, these UPF 50 shirts. I'm susceptible to sunburns, and I got a new hat I bought for going over there. It's a wide brim hat that's got the thing that flips down that you can cover up your neck. I figure I'll get that if I'm going to go out and be outside a lot to protect my back of my neck as well and my ears. It kind of folds, and so we got that hat. We're taking it. I got another hat that's not quite as bad as that one. I'll probably take it too, and then I'll take some of my ball caps. But if I'm going to be out a lot, I'll be wearing one of the other two to protect my ears and my at least protect my ears. And then if I wear the other one, I'll be protecting my neck as well as my ears. It's called a fishing hat, I think. A folding hat or something like a fishing hat, something like that. I think it was more like a safari because it's got that neck flap to protect your neck. But all my shirts have collars, except for my swim shirts, which are like t-shirts. I'll use those if I'm going to go swimming. They're also UPF 50, but they're made for the water to go swimming in their swim shirts. I do plan on doing some swimming. All right, good to know. I figured you were still there, but I know you do go over occasionally and visit her family, and I know she was learning to drive. That's going to be scary, but yeah, it's I tell you, people, it just sometimes it boggles the mind when you start thinking about retirement when you get this close to it. Because when I was, a couple years ago, retirement was just a far off thing. 6 months ago, it was a far off thing. It was just out there in the future, out there in the nether, you know. It wasn't something really on my mind. It wasn't something I was giving a lot of thought to. The closer it gets, the more you think about it, you know. Uh, am I doing the right thing? You're dang right I am. I have no doubt about that. It's time for me to retire. Uh, I had two choices: move somewhere else where I can live a little cheaper, or retire. And so, like I said, the places I could think of that I would like to live that was cheaper doesn't have VAs around them, or they're not close enough that I can use them as my medical everyday medical. So it's like, if I gotta pay for my own medical or get Part B, which is what my choice is, Part B cuts into my Social Security quite a bit. I'd just assume move overseas and pay for it out of my pocket. No, I don't have long now, Monroe. You're right. Like I said, each week it gets a little more real. And like I said, now after next week, I still got to get my apartment cleaned up, get all this stuff out of here. I've gotten rid of some stuff, but not my furniture. I mean, I still got all my furniture to get rid of. I've gotten rid of clothing. I've packed up, like I said, my desktop and some other stuff that I'm going to be getting rid of next weekend. I'm going to give it to my nephew. So I'm going to be getting rid of a bunch of stuff next week. But, it's like, it just, we'll see, I've tried to. It just makes me stop and think, man, how close it is, and it's just like. But like I said, right now I'm more thinking about the retirement, Monroe. After I retire, that's when I'll start definitely thinking about the Philippines. That's when I'll start getting excited about the Philippines. That first week of retirement, I'm going to be all about retirement. I'm going to be busy getting rid of this kind of stuff, like this computer desk. I got a chest of drawers over there, and a kitchen table, chairs, a sleeper sofa, a recliner, TV, uh, dishes, silverware. Uh, I got a laptop desk. That's not very good, but I'll either give it away or just throw it down there and let somebody take it. I don't think I'd get much out of it. I got some shelving units I'll have to get rid of. Uh, Picture frames, because I've taken the pictures out, but I don't need the frames anymore because I'm not transferring them over there. That's kind of a waste of money. Uh, so I got to get all that stuff down uh, and get all that stuff out of here. But like I said, a lot of it that I could get done before I retire, I've got pretty much done now. Uh, I got some stuff I can still clean up a little bit, but not much. Most of it's going to have to wait till next weekend, actually, after next weekend, because I'm going to go see my nephew. And so we'll be doing that. And but yeah, so next weekend, I'll put it up. If I don't think I can make it home in time, well, if I have my friend with me, I'll make it home in time unless she wants to get a hotel room and I'll stay at my nephew's. Like I said, we're just friends. I'll stay at my nephew's to save the money. My nephew would put her up, but she doesn't think it's right. She's a married woman. She doesn't think it'd be right to stay in a house with two guys when she's not, or with her husband not with her, which I understand her. I understand that. Uh, but I don't know. She may drive herself and take her brother and sister-in-law and nephew with her, and go see they have a real nice children's museum in Rochester, so they may go there. I know she had talked about doing that, so I don't know how they want to go. Because my nephew knows her brother knows my brother-in-law too, and now his wife and son doesn't know my brother-in-law that well at all, but he does, and he knew my sister real well as well. Like I said, her whole family knew my sister, and then like I said, that was her older sister or her confidant. Whenever she had a problem, she wouldn't talk to me. She'd talk to my sister, which I don't blame her. I mean, she getting the woman's point of view. Like I said, now her and I, we've known each other for, oh God, 37 years or more, somewhere in there, 38 years, somewhere around there. Met in college a long time ago. Monroe, I can't either. My first live stream, I'll be sitting in my hotel room. I'm going to tell you where I'm going to be at. I'll be in my hotel room. I don't know what the room number is or anything like that. But I'll be in my hotel room, and the live stream will be guess where I'm at. And because I'll get there on a Tuesday. I'll be in Lapu Lapu Tuesday and Wednesday. And so on Thursday, Tuesday night into Wednesday's paid for, Wednesday into Thursday's paid for. Now Thursday I'll be in Cebu City. And so I got 8 days paid for at that hotel. So I'll still be in the hotel when that coming Saturday. So that's where I'll be at. I will be looking for a long-term apartment or condo, whether it's a studio or one bedroom, depends on what I can afford, what I can find. Uh, I would like to have a one bedroom, but I will take a studio if it's good size. I like the ideal of a one bedroom just because I like the ideal of a one bedroom. I like to have my bedroom separate from where I uh, work and eat. I mean, to me, that would be fine. Have a bedroom and then everything else in the same room. That would be perfect for me. You know, I don't need a big living room, dining room area. I would just like a nice one. That's it. But it depends on what we can find, what we can afford. And like I said, I'm going to look. The hotel I'm going to be staying at does have long-term rentals. I don't know if they're just apartment, hotel rooms that they rent out long-term, or if they're more like a studio, more like a typical studio. I'll find that out. I'll look at those. Thank you, Monroe. That's what I plan on doing. I plan on just trying to live my best life and enjoy myself. And like I said, there are going to be a lot of Filipinos there that are as well off, if not better than I am. Like I said, I'm not one of these rich uh, expats that can go over there and have $1,000 apartment or $2,000 apartment. In other words, they got $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000 income. I don't have that. I'm not even close to that. Uh, Tim says you need 2,000. Well, I don't think you do. I'll be able to make do on less than 2,000. I'm not saying I got less than 2,000. I can guarantee I don't have more. But I'm going to do with less than 2,000 because I'm going to be saving. How much I save depends on my monthly budget for living. And so, like I said, I may be priced out of Cebu. I just may not be able to pull that as affordable for me. But there are places like Dumaguete and some other places. Yeah, need good internet. But that will depend on where I end up at. The best internet's in the bubbles. You know, let's be IT park, business park, those kind of places. But I'm not going to live in there, I don't think. I don't. They might have a studio or two that I can afford. But I prefer not to live in there. Uh, but that's where I may end up at because of some other things, you know. Maybe I can't find what I want outside of there. Uh, but I will, if I go into the bubble areas, there will not be a one bedroom. It'll be a studio. I already know that. I'm not going to be able to, I can probably afford one of the cheapest one bedrooms, but that's going to be more than I want to pay. I can afford it, but I don't want to pay it. You know, I don't want to spend all my money on my living expenses. If I have to, I will, but I don't want to. That's what I'm saying. If I have to, I may have to move out of Cebu. We'll find out. I already know I can't afford BGC or Makati unless I live way outside of downtown Makati. I might be able to afford that. I could probably afford Quezon, maybe. I can afford Cavite area, which is outside of Manila. I think I can afford to live out there and then commute in, but I prefer not to. But like I said, you know, it's what I can find that I like. May be the area I like the best. I'm gonna look. I will go see Davao City. I'm gonna go there. There's a couple of vloggers that don't live too far from there. I'll get together with sometime. I don't know where I'm going. I want to go see Crystal from Crystal Adventure. I want to see some other vloggers. There's some in Cebu I want to get together with. I'll probably go to Manila, and there'll be some up in Manila I want to talk to. So, you know, we'll be looking, and visit as many people as we can, but I may have to spread it out because of cost. With the price of gasoline going up, travel's going to cost you more. Uh, so I have to limit my traveling more than I was hoping to do. Yeah, I want to live good, close to. I want to live close to a good store or market that I can walk to. Uh, I also want a coffee shop that I can walk to, and like I said, a Jollibee's or a McDonald's, and maybe a sit-down restaurant besides those two. I like walking to those places. 10, 15-minute walk. I'll do a 20-minute walk if necessary, but I like to find somewhere I can walk 10, 15 minutes and be there. But I don't know if I can find that place. That's what I'm looking for. And if I do find it, is it in the price range that I want to spend? Because I'm sure they got it. It just, is it available when I'm looking, and it is affordable? Those are my questions. So we'll find that out. And like I said, these are things I can't find out until I get there. I mean, I can't call somebody and say right now that this is what I want. Is it going to be available unless I'm willing to put the money down that sight unseen? And I'm not willing to do that. I want to see the place I'm renting. I want to know not just what the pictures look like, what it actually looks like. Mertz, how you doing? Thanks for coming. We appreciate you coming. Everybody, if you haven't given me a thumbs up, if you would, I'd appreciate it. Helps the algorithm. Might push it out a little bit more. But yeah, like I said, I'm just so looking forward to next Saturday, my first official retirement day. I am looking so, and it really is. It just kind of boggles my mind. It's really kind of hard to express how I feel about that. Excited, it one word, but it's just more than that. It's hard to believe that I'm that close. And so yeah, I have that because, like I said, I for a long time I never thought I'd be able to retire. There was a time I really was a time I thought I'd have to work till I died because of the way I lived my life. I did not live my life for tomorrow. I lived it for today, and so I didn't save for tomorrow. And like I said, I don't blame anybody but me, but that's the way I lived. So I had to make adjustments. And okay, man, that's that close, huh? Oh no, it's that low. Okay, but so yeah, it just, like I said, to me, it's just mind-boggling that I'm actually going to be able to retire. And something I really 10 years ago, even I never thought it would happen. I never thought I'd be able to live to retire. Just 10 years ago, it was a dream 5 years ago, and a couple of years ago, I still did. It was still kind of way off in the distance. I didn't think I'd be able to do it as quick as I did it. And I'm only doing it because it's like, I'm done. I'm not going to have $40,000, $50,000 in the bank. I'm not going to have it. I'm not going to have 20 or 30,000. And I'm talking about my emergency fund, folks, not how much money I'll have. I'd have to work another year or two to get to that. I could have this done and have a little more money than I got now if I worked another year. But working 2 more years, but it's like that would put me at 73, 74 years old. Well, I still have my health. I got to do it now while I got my health. And so that's why I'm doing it now. It's like you have to choose. There comes a time where I I won't quite say it the way I always heard it, but if you're sitting on the pot, and I mean the toilet, you have to either dump a load or get off of it. You got to make a decision. It's time to make. That was time for me to make that decision. And do I keep working, or do I take a chance that I'll be healthy enough after a couple more years, or do I just say that's it, I'm done? No, the decision I made. That's it, I'm done. I picked a date, and I picked the date. Uh, I picked the date when I made my plane reservations back in December. That's when I made my reservation back to the end of December. And if I waited much any longer than the date I picked to fly out, which is the 18th of May, which is a Monday, my plane ticket started going up every day by $100 or more. And so, even if I went the Friday before, it was going to be more money. So I'd had to either leave a whole week before, or that I took the latest date I could get at a good price that I could afford. Well, I could afford the higher prices too, but I didn't want to spend the money. That's right, I'm being cheap here. But so I picked that date, and then I went online and made my hotel reservation. I paid for the plane, paid the reservation, paid for it. Went online, found the hotels, made booked reservations, paid for them. So the plane tickets paid for, the hotels are paid for. Later on, I went and bought a onward ticket. It's paid for. So I'm all set up that way. And now it's just, so when I did all that, I had to pick a date. When am I going to retire? And I decided I was going to retire in April because I didn't want to try to get out of here in February, which is when my lease was up, because I didn't want to leave during the snow. And I just, same reason for March. I didn't want to leave during the winter. Trying to travel during the winter back to Indiana could be dicey. You might have ice and snow on your way home. April, better chance of decent travel. So that's why I picked April. I picked the second week of April to make a little more money. I'll have 3 or 4 paychecks for April. The rent's already been paid for April. The only things I got left to come out of my April checks is my car payment, my utilities, and that kind of stuff. My utilities is very high. It's all electric. But my utilities cost me over $300 a month. And that's because I don't like cold. And so a lot of times if it's really cold when I go to work, I leave the heat up. I don't turn it down. I just leave it up the whole time I'm gone. Now, I would turn the heat down, come back, turn the heat up, sit around, and or go do something while the apartment warmed back up. But I got to the point where I didn't want to do that. It's like, let's get in there and have the heat up, and I can sit down and relax and not feel like I'm cold while it's warming back up. So I'm paying more money this year than I did last year for utilities. Because like I said, it's getting harder and harder for me to take the cold. So it's time to get out of here. And so that's why I picked what I did. I'll get almost a paycheck every week for this month. And that's more than enough to pay what bills I got coming in, plus save a little. So we're in decent shape that way. When I go home, I will use my, I have cash on me. I'll use some of that. But I will buy my gas with my bank card or my credit card from the bank, which I always pay off every month. But that'll just be the gas traveling. The money I spend at home will be the cash I have on me. Which, I'll have enough cash on me. If I have to, then I'll pull out a little bit, but I shouldn't have to. Uh, like I said, I'm only planning on staying in Terre Haute for a week to 10 days, only because I'm not going to be able to spend a lot of time with my sisters anyway. My one sister's got her and her husband do things, and then she's got her daughter and granddaughter. Hello, Miner. How you doing? Thanks for coming. And I hope you have a great Easter over there. So yeah, it just, oh man, I can't wait. Next Saturday, I don't know if I'll be relieved or still excited. I am looking forward to finding out how I feel about it. So yeah, it is definitely something I'm looking forward to. Right now, I got a mouse and keyboard. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I really don't. This keyboard, I don't even know how to change the batteries on it. So I don't know how it works. So that's not going with me when I don't know how it works. And I'll probably give that to my niece or nephew. And it's got this nice little mouse. And it's a set, so I'll give it to somebody. Like I said, that's something I can replace over there. There's no sense me taking something that's easy enough to replace. Because, like I said, you're limited on how much weight you can take. So I do have my gifts I'll be giving out. I was going to take some other stuff to give, but that's just too much weight. I can't take that. But I do have enough. I think it's a decent gift to be given away to some of the fellow vloggers I'll be meeting up with. Like I said, I'm not going over there to look for a wife or a girlfriend. And yes, I'm straight, so I'm not looking for a boyfriend. In case you're wondering, I am straight. But like I said, right now I got too much I got to do to be worried about finding a good woman to be with, because I don't want a bad one. I want a good one. But like I said, I got to figure out where I want to live. I got to get my teeth taken care of, and all that good, happy stuff. So it'll be a while before I even think about dating. I'll meet up with some, like I said, some YouTube vloggers, but I'm not going to be thinking about dating. Yeah, like I said, yeah, that's right. I don't want to regret the place that I get, and so it just you gotta think about what you're doing. You got to try to enjoy your life while you can. Let's put this on charger. And like I said, I mean, I know most Filipinos want to be close to their families. I understand that. Now, like I said, we Americans we Westerners are a little different. I love my family. We get along quite well. I've lived with some of my family as an adult, but I would prefer living on my own. And like I said, we're a lot older. The sister's house that I'll be staying at, she doesn't have any kids. She's not married. My sister that is married, but like I said, she's busy. She has her husband, her daughter, and her granddaughter. We'll get together once or twice. The whole time I'm home, that's probably all we'll get together. A couple times, that'll probably be it. I'll get together with her husband, and her daughter and granddaughter once or twice, and maybe her and her husband one other time besides that. Maybe we'll probably all get together at least once, and that would include my cousin George and some other cousins, and my sister that at the house I'm staying at. Well, she's in her nursing home. She's not even started not a nursing home, a rehabilitation center. She broke her ankle. She can't even get up and move around yet, and she'll still be in there when I'm home. So I'll go by and see her a couple times while I'm there. But I'm not going to be staying there all day to visit it. She's got to do her physical therapy. Hopefully, she'll be getting her physical therapy by then. And so, I won't be able to spend a lot of time with her either. So it's just going to be a quick trip home to see everybody before I leave. Then I'll come back here and I'll sell my car, put that, but whatever I get over what I owe, I'll put that into the bank. Like I said, I didn't do my taxes yet. I'll probably do that tomorrow. It's going to be a rainy day, so I was going to do it today, but I did all this other instead. So I'll probably do that tomorrow, do my taxes, see if I owe any money or if I'm getting money back. If I get money back, it'll go into my emergency fund. And so, I already got money in my emergency fund. Like I said, I didn't got my checks this month yet. And I already got more money in my emergency in that bank account than I need to pay my bills this month. So I'm already in better shape than I have. Like I said, I got a different account that's got the money for me to start up in the Philippines. So this is the best shape I've been in financially in many, many years. I was probably still in the Navy last time I was this well off. So it's all coming together. It's all starting to take shape, and it's doing so because I made the decision I was retiring. Now, when I made that decision, I didn't know when, but I decided last summer, that this was going to be my last winter, and maybe that's why it was such a bad one. But I decided last year before I ever decided what day, because I looked at what they wanted me to pay to get these teeth fixed here in the States. And when I looked at what the cost they were talking about, I thought, no, I can get it done a whole lot cheaper in the Philippines. To do that, go to the Philippines, I'd have to work at least another year. It'd be next year at the earliest. And that would be the earliest. I might even have to work a year beyond that. And it's like, that's not happening. Because you got to remember, not only do I have to spend the money for that, then I also got to keep spending the money when I'm spending here. And I'm going to be honest with you, I would take a trip or two. So I would spend more money going on trips during that time frame. That's the way I am. I like to do things. And like I said, I've been down to New York City. I've been out to Boston this last year. I've done it. Well, you see my video of the Jollibee in New York City. Well, that was a trip. I spent the night down. That was a weekend. I went to Boston and spent a weekend there. I've been back to Terre Haute last year, last year as well. So I've made some trips, and I would have kept doing those things, and I just keeps eating into the money. And so I decided that I was retired, so I quit taking trips because now it's put the money back, get yourself set up, and I have vacation time. I can take vacation and go somewhere, but I'm not doing it. I'm selling that vacation back when I get done. I'll get paid for it. That money will go into my emergency fund. So that's what I'm saying. I'm going to have this money coming in, and I don't need it. I shouldn't say I don't need it. I need very little of it. And because of the money I already got in the bank will more than cover everything I need, including my trip to Terre Haute. So the money that'll be coming in after this is money I don't need. for here. It's money I need for emergency, but not for here. So we're doing that. We're going to keep doing that. And like I said, I have enough money set aside that I'll be taking with me. And then that other uh, bank account I have that I haven't touched the whole time I've had it, I put some money in there and I've never touched it. Well, I bought some checks. Then I replaced that money. So I put so much money in there and I've kept that much in there and then it's been earning very little interest, like pennies a month, not much, like 5 cents maybe. So it's not much interest, but it's there. And I haven't touched it. And it's been there since November last year, or October, somewhere in there. I'd have to check to see when I opened it, but it's somewhere around there when I opened it. So that money, like I said, I put all that money in there, and I closed a different bank account, closed it down, took all that money out of there. So I've had two bank accounts for years. One I use for my work and one I use for my Social Security. Well, now the one I use for my Social Security also gets my checks from work. The one I use for work, I closed it down, opened up this other one, and it's just sitting there waiting for me to use when I get to the Philippines. And it's, like I said, we're doing well for me. Now, some of the guys that are expats are planning on being, Ron, how you doing? Rhoda, how you doing? Run away. Thanks for coming. But anyway, like I said, I'll be set. I can go minimum 2 months, maximum probably 4 months. Depends on how much it costs me to set things up. And now I will be using some of my emergency fund probably for this. Depends on how much money. So, but that's something that's got to be done. I need to get that done. I figure it shouldn't cost me more than maybe a little over half of what it would cost me here. And I have that. So I may not do it right away. I may wait and build it up, but that will be done before I leave Cebu probably. I will check out places, see what it would cost me at a couple different locations. And then I'll make my decision. And I'll keep you informed when I do that stuff. I've already told you all about my losing my bridge, and so I'll keep you. All right. Well, if I can remember that you're saying 7:30 p.m. the PH time. You're talking about tomorrow night? That would be 7:30 in the morning for me. If I remember when I get up, I'll try to, if I'm up in time, because I'll still be asleep at 7:30 in the morning. I probably won't get to sleep till about midnight or later, which would be noon your time. So if I get up in time to catch it, I'll try to catch it. We'll look at it run away. But yeah, but now Runaway and Miner and any of you others that maybe you don't realize it, but if you got a channel and you want to advertise it, type in 3 L's, just LLL. Doesn't matter if it's capital or not. Just 3 L's, and my Nightbot will drop your live stream for you. Here, I'll show you. Now, don't join this one, because that's my Ninja channel, so don't bother joining that. But this is all you got to do, 3 L's. It'll come up here in a moment. It's being slow today. Nightbot, what's going on with you? There you are. Like I said, it's a little slow. So you can do 3 L's small, or you can do 3 L large, capital, doesn't matter, or a combination thereof, and it'll drop your live stream for you. All right? It'll drop your channel for you. So just go ahead and do it. Don't join this one. That's my Ninja channel. Don't join it. Uh, we don't need any subscribers. I don't care. That's my Ninja channel. I use it to follow a few people just to keep it active. But I don't really put anything up. It's got like 2, maybe 3 videos on it. And so just because you joined that one don't mean I'm going to join yours. Because that is not one that so April 12th is May's birthday, huh? All right. Well, we'll try to make it. That is, I'll be retired then. I retire on the 10th. But you'll have to remind me now, Runaway, because that's a little farther away. And like I said, I will be discombobulated because of retirement. I'll be trying to get things straightened out here so I can get ready to leave and go visit family. I got to get rid of a bunch of furniture, fans, and stuff like that. Now, next weekend, I'm going to go see my nephew, so I may not even be home. It depends on what time that is, so you got to let me know again. Let me know what time it is here in the States. Is that going to be the 11th here, or is that going to be the 12th there? If you're doing it in the morning, evening, it'll be the morning here on the 12th, which is fine. If I'm up, I'll attend. But yeah, you're gonna have to remind me of it. But yeah, so like I said, we're just. I just can't believe how close I am to retirement. And believe me, I'm ready for it. And I don't know what else I can say about that. I guess I could. Man. I was thinking about going for 2 hours, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this one, people. I hope you're all having a good day. I want to wish you a happy Easter, a safe weekend. Abby, how you doing, Abby? I was just thinking about ending it, but thank you. Happy Easter. But maybe I'll go on just a few more minutes. Like I said, I was thinking about ending it after 2 hours, which is about another 12 minutes. But I was hoping somebody else would come up. And if they came up, I'd even go longer. But I'm kind of running out of things to talk about. Like I said, I next Saturday, I'll actually be retired. It'll be a really happy day for me, an ecstatic day. I will actually be very ecstatic. All right, Tim, you take care, man. I won't be going much longer. It just, like I said, I've been going almost an hour and 49 minutes. So we're getting close to time to shut it down. ABC sent you, huh? ABCM. So yeah. But like I said, we're gonna. Oh man, I tell you. After next weekend, is strictly the countdown. Countdown to the time to go. And once I get the apartment straightened out, then it's back to Indiana to visit my sisters and cousins and my niece and great niece and my sister's husband, my brother-in-law Dave. And then back to Batavia, New York to visit with my nephew Tim and my brother-in-law John. Then back down here to visit with my friends still here. Like I said, the brother, sister, and the mother, and the wife and husband and the kids of my friends. I don't know if I'll be able to see the daughter because she's a college student. Hopefully, I'll be able to catch up with her. But like I said, just the brother and his wife and son, I'll be able to catch up with them. My friend and her husband, I should be able to catch up with them. But I don't know about their daughter. Uh, I don't get to see her very often. Uh, she'd rather hang out with her friends than her uncle, which I don't blame her. They're probably cooler than her uncle. Uh, but so yeah, it's just we're just going to do what we can do and see what we can see, and then my friend is going to take me to the airport on Monday morning. I got to be there probably about 2 in the morning because the plane leaves at 6. So I want to make sure I'm there in plenty of time to get checked in and get my baggage checked and all that good happy stuff. Then I fly from there to Chicago. I only got about 45 minutes in Chicago, so I got to beat boogie to the next airport. Not the next airport, the next terminal. I'll be in Terminal 1. I got to go to Terminal 2 and they're right side by side, thankfully. It's supposed to be like a 15-minute walk. So thankfully, that's all it is. We'll be able to get there in time. I may ask for assistance to get me there in time. On that one, the others, I'll have plenty of time, more than an hour. And normally have to be there a half hour before they load. And that's why I'm saying that one, I may want some assistance. I can do the 15, but can I do it quick enough to be there in time to get checked on? So, and then from that one, we go, like I said, we go from Albany, New York to Chicago, from Chicago to Montreal, Canada, to Tokyo, Japan, from Tokyo, Japan, which I'll have about a 2-hour layover there, maybe a little longer, to Cebu City, or Mactan, Cebu Mactan Airport. So not Cebu City, Cebu Mactan. And the airport, the hotel I'm staying at in Lapu-Lapu has a airport shuttle. They have my WhatsApp number so they can get a hold of me, let me know who the driver is, and when he gets there, and what his name is, what he's driving. So I'll be able to get a ride over to the hotel. They also have a hotel showing back to the airport, but I won't need it. They won't have it into Cebu City, so I'll have to get a Grab or a white taxi, something like that, to get myself to Cebu City. That's okay. I got to start getting around by myself anyway, so that's a good start. And so we'll get that done. And then, like I said, that'll be on a Thursday. That Saturday, I'll do my first live stream in the Philippines. It'll be called Guess Where I'm At. My last live stream here in the States will be called Philippines Bound, Ready for Takeoff, something like that. It'll be something along that line. But, it's kind of hard to believe that it's actually here. And I gotta see something here. I don't want to do that. But yeah, so the retirement, once I get that done, it'll start dawning on me how close I am to the Philippines. And that may not dawn on me until I get out of the apartment. Once I leave the apartment, I know it'll dawn on me by then. But if it dawns on me before that, that's fine. I don't know how many live streams I'll do in Terre Haute. I really don't. Because I don't know what kind of internet reception. My sister's place that I'll be staying at doesn't have internet. So I may get a hotel room just so I can do a live stream that one night, that one Saturday. Which is fine. I can do that. Uh, I I got my internet paid for, be paid for through this month. I'm going to check with them and see if I can take the equipment and use it in Terre Haute. If I can, I'll pay for May as well and take it with me, and then bring it back and turn it in when I get back. Uh, I just don't know if they'll let me do it or if it'll work, but I'll find that out. Uh, Also, I'll have to ask one of my sisters to check to make sure they got a plug-in that I can use if they will let me take it. Because I don't even know if she's got a outlet for the internet. I don't know. 'Cause like I said, she doesn't want it, so I don't know. Uh, but we'll find out. We'll find that out after I retire because it doesn't make any difference till then. Uh, Unless I think about doing it during the week. So yeah, we're just like I said, we're just getting so excited, so ready for retirement. Like I said, just a few years ago, I never thought it would happen. I mean, I was so far in debt. Uh, I never I did not believe I'd be able to dig my way out and save enough money to do it. And but I've been able to do it. I've dug my way out of debt. I've saved enough money that I can actually do it. Like I said, I'm not going to be the higher end expats. Not even close to them. I'm going to be above the poorest expats, but I'm going to be way below the better off ones. Uh, I'll be on the lower end of the expats, but like I said, a lot better than the lowest ones. I'm not going to be a bare budget or bare bone budget, whatever you want to call it. I won't be that. I'll be able to have a nice place. I'll be able to do a little traveling and that kind of stuff. But, as far as these big, expensive trips every month, no, we're not going to make, probably not even, especially when I first get over there, not even every other month. I may take a big one when I first get over there. Depends on what it's going to cost me. But we'll see. I do want to visit. Like I said, there's places and people I want to see. I just don't know how quick I'll be able to get around to doing it. So that's one of the things that's kind of limited me. I know some people say wait till after this is over with, but I've already done everything before it ever started. I already turned in my resignation notice. I already bought my tickets and paid for my hotels before all this started. And it's like if I already paid for that. I would take a vacation and go over if I was not going to retire. But if I'm going to take a vacation and go over, so I don't just throw that money away, I might as well retire and go for good. That's my way of thinking. It's already paid for, it doesn't make sense to not go. And so, yeah, we're going to go ahead and go, and we'll go ahead and visit and try to get everything straightened out and try to have a good time. And that's what we're going to do. And I hope to see many of you there. I want to visit with Tim and Dan and a few others. Like I said, we'll get to do what we can do. We won't be able to go everywhere, but I'll be able to go a few places. It may take 2 or 3 months in between the bigger trips, and it may take a few months before I even take a big trip. So, but we'll find out. I want to stay minimum in the Philippines, minimum a year. I'm thinking 1.5 to 2 years minimum to find where I want to be. And if I decide I can't find a place I want to stay, I can always go back to the States. But I want to give it a legitimate shot, and just going there for a month or two, even a year is not really minimum a year. You got to give it a minimum a year. And then with the finances the way it is right now, I say 2 years because with cost of everything right now, I just don't know how much I can travel around. And I do want to travel to other islands, especially if I decide I don't like Cebu City. Hey, crazy kid, how you doing, man? Yeah, 4 days left of freedom. 4 working days. April 10th is my last day of working. So the 11th will be my official first day of retirement. So that's what the next live stream will say. Happy retirement and 37 days to the Philippines. So we already know what the next one's going to be. I appreciate that, crazy. Like I said, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be going. I've been going for 2 hours already and kind of running out of things to talk about. And people keep showing up. New people keep showing up. So, but yeah. Oh, we know, Merch, you're still there. Now, Merch is one of them I'd like to visit with when I get there. Now, Merch, are you in Cebu City area? Happy Easter to you, Merch, but are you in Cebu City area? Because I know there's a few in Cebu City, and I want to meet with them when I get there, after I find my place to live. I'd like to get together with a couple of them. Maybe we'll do it separately as a different group, each group. I know Michelle Life's there. I wouldn't mind meeting up with Michelle Life. Yeah, I thought you were so I'd like to meet up with Mertz and her family. And there's probably a couple others there that I know, but those are the only two I know for sure that are in Cebu City that we'll get together with. And like I said, I want to meet up with Tim sometime, but I have to go. That's a trip. Hey, Kenny. And Kenny, listen to me, Kenny. Danny, how you doing, man? I want to meet up with Danny and Jamie, but I have to go to Val City to meet up with them. So I don't know when that'll take place because, like I said, with the cost of travel right now going up, how often I get to travel, I don't know. Yeah, yeah, Merch, I'm going to be in Cebu City is where I'm going. I'll be in Cebu City the 21st, but then I got to find myself a studio or a apartment or condo, however you want to say it, for long term. Yeah, we'll get together. We'll get together and have something to eat. And like I said, Michelle Life is there, and I'll get together with her, maybe one of her friends, because I know she's single, so I don't know if she's got a boyfriend or not, but she does. He's allowed to come, or she can bring one of her girlfriends. I can't feed a whole bunch of people. Just not in my budget. No budget for that. But maybe we can get together and have a pizza or a Jollibee or something. We'll do something. I'll have some presents because I know that's the custom in the Philippines. That's the Filipino custom. When you visit somebody, you take a present. Yeah, you'll meet me in person soon. Yeah, coffee and a donut, maybe. I just, well, uh, like I said, I want a place that's close enough that I can go to get coffee besides where I'm living. Because a lot of times where you live, they may have a restaurant right there, but I want to be able to walk to a Bose or a I'll tell you in a bit, a Starbucks or some other kind of coffee place. I'd like to be able to walk to a Jollibee's or a McDonald's, either one. Maybe a different kind of restaurant to sit down. And if possible, be able to walk to a mall, and a grocery store. That's the kind of place I want to find. I want to find something close to those places. Now, I know they're there, just will I be able to afford the ones I want? I'm sorry, crazy, but there's no Tim Hortons in Cebu City that I know of. I think there might be one close to Tim when I go visit Tim, but I don't think there's a Tim Hortons in Cebu City. So it's either going to be Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts or Bo's Coffee. Deborah, happy Easter. Thanks for coming, Deborah. And now, Deborah, just type in the 3Ls and drop your link. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be going. Now, see, if I go up to Manila, I'll probably meet up with Deborah and one of her friends. And a few others up there. I think Anna Mae's up there. So I'd have to meet up with Anna Mae and maybe one or two other people. Like I said, it just, yeah, well, like I said, if I did Starbucks, I don't know if I do regular coffee. So I'm probably better off going to Bowls. Yeah, because I happen to like their frozen drinks, which is not good for you. And I'm diabetic, so it's definitely not good for me. So I drink my coffee black. I don't have cream or sugar in my coffee. So it's got to be a place that makes the coffee and not the uh, instant stuff. Because you get the instant stuff, what you get is you get the cream and sugar, and I don't want sugar at all. I doesn't bother me as much about the cream, but I really don't want sugar in my drinks. I haven't had sugar in my coffee since I was about 19 years old. I was around 19 when I quit drinking sugar in my coffee. I had sweet tea for years though. I gave that up back in the 80s, maybe early 90s, and yeah, that's right, crazy. They kind of frown on that because other people don't want to take a cup of coffee out of that pot that you're drinking out of. But so yeah, it's just it's been kind of wild. Like I said, every day that gets closer to retirement, the more excited I get, the more blown my mind is. Because, like I said, 5 years ago, I didn't think I could be able to retire. I was that far in debt. I just figured, well, I got a nice apartment. I'll work until I die, and that would be it. And I thought that for years I'd have to work till I died. Yeah, takes a long time to make it unless you got a bun. If you got a bun, it doesn't take that long. And for you that don't know what a bun coffee maker is, hey Leah and Leah, it's a coffee pot that's got water in it. It's already hot. Whenever you pour water in, the hot water starts running out, making your coffee. And so if you pour a full pot in, you get a full pot of coffee within just a minute or two, and just real quick. And then that water you poured in heats up. So the next time you need a pot of coffee, you do it again. And it's always got a hot, full cup pot of water in there that you can make a half a pot or a full pot. You make your choice. That's what a bun is. Now, a bun, if you get the right one, hooks up to the water, and you just hit a button, and you make a full pot because the water is hot. It's always hot, and you don't even have to pour water in. It just stays hot, and it just takes it right from the hot water, and it heats it up. Then they're very expensive, though. They're not cheap. I make my coffee. I use the K cups, and I got a regular coffee pot, but I use K cups. Although that cup coffee maker, I'm gonna have to get rid of. It's not worth selling. The coffee pot I got is, but I may just give it away. But it's worth selling. It's almost brand new, and I took it to work, and I had an old one there that broke. So I took a new one in. And if that place would have stayed open until I retired, I'd have left it there. But they closed it down, so I wasn't going to leave a coffee pot in an empty building that they were going to take away. I understand there. My friend's got one of those, but I just got mine's strictly a K cup. And but like I said, when I move over there, I'm not going to have a coffee pot at first until I decide where I want to live. I just don't think it's worth buying one then dumping it when you go somewhere else because it's not something I'm going to want to carry around and move from place to place. So until I decide what city I want to live in, I won't buy one. I don't think I may change my mind, but I'm not planning on it. I might buy a cheap coffee pot, but not a K cup. Well, I can. I mean, because all you got to do is when you're almost done with your cup, you put another cup under it, put another one in there, and make it. It doesn't take long with a K cup, at least not the one I got. Uh, it's setting. I don't know. There's my K cup right there. I used to set it in the mornings when I'm in here. If I'm playing on my computer, I make my coffee and I sit right here, and then I'll turn around, put it back on, make another cup, and if I need to, I only drink about 2 cups of coffee a day. They're 12-ounce cups. But that's about all I drink anymore. I used to drink a lot more, but I don't anymore. Yeah. Then you drink a lot of coffee, it's going to break bankrupt Donald Trump. Because that man got a whole lot of cash. I don't know how many you Canadians or Filipinos know this, but the president of the United States get paid a few $100,000 a year. All right. He doesn't get paid anything. He turned it down. He doesn't want the money. He's got that kind of money. He got batshit crazy money. he is a legitimate billionaire. He doesn't need it. I'm not judging the man one way or the other as far as his principles, his morals. That I leave up to everybody else. They can judge him any way they want. I'm not going to say how I think about it because this is not a political channel. We don't talk politics. At least I don't. But like I said, he is a billionaire, and I wouldn't want that much money. Now, when I was younger, I would. Don't get me wrong, but today, today, if you came into that kind of money, you'd have to wonder: are these my real friends, or are they here because I got money? Anime. See now, like I said, anime's up around Manila area. I brew my own coffee here. I get Folgers. I drink Folgers. Uh, I will probably go to if I get a coffee pot at home. I'm drinking. I'm brewing. I'm not buying instant from my house, my apartment. I'm not drinking instant. I will if that's all they have, but I'd rather have brewed coffee. Uh, I've been known to drink brim, fill it to the rim with brim. Because had you can get Folgers crystals. My uncle used to drink that all the time. My uncle George, my cousin George's dad, he drank instant coffee all the time. And I would drink a cup of instant coffee with him because that's what he had. Well, now, and I mean, when I don't know when I'm going, so don't get too excited. But when I go to Manila, because I want to go see the Venice Grand Canal Mall and a couple other things up there. So whenever I go up there, I'll let you know, and we'll get together. Deborah Orat is also lives up in that area. I'll probably get together with her with two of her friends. I know you're married, so I'll get together with you and and your husband and maybe your kids. So we'll get together at different times and meet up. And I got some gifts I'll give you. Nothing big, nothing great, but something that shows where I've lived for New York, something that shows where I lived for Indiana, and some other stuff. So it'll be like about 3 or 4 things, maybe 5 things. Right now, I'm looking at 3 things. But I may change it and make it more if I can find the stuff I'm looking for. If I can't find it, then it won't. But I do have this enough for 3 right now. 3 things I'll give to everybody. Well, everybody that I'm planning on meeting with. I think I even got a little extra in case if I need it. But yeah, like I said, I don't know when I'll make it to Manila, but I will make it up there. I have to just, like I said, right now it's the cost of travel because it's the flying or the ferries, and I don't have any bumper stickers. Don't get bumper stickers. And well, if you want to know what I'm going to give them? Refrigerator magnets. It's got the state of New York. It shows the areas, and they've got Indiana, which also shows my hometown. So there are 2 large magnets, and then some other stuff. So those 2 things, I've got enough to give everybody 1 of each, and then some, because like I said, I got more than what on the amount of people I'm planning on meeting. So I got more than that. Should have more than enough. To give everybody 1 of each. So they won't have to pick one or the other. And then I got a couple other things. I got another thing I'm giving. I'm looking for enough of a couple other things if I can. Well, I got the big ones, not the small ones. I got the big ones. And but they're magnets. It's going to be on the check luggage. It will not be in the carry-on. So yeah, it should be able to get through. Along with everything else I plan on taking, everything should be able to get through. If I knew if I could ship some stuff to the hotel and they would hold it till I got there, I might ship some stuff that week so I could even ship a little heavier stuff than what I got. Because I'm taking 2 check-ins and plus a carry-on. And I would only take 1 check-in if I could knew they would take it. They're not breakable. Nothing's breakable that I'm taking. No. Nothing's breakable. And so, yeah. They're not breakable. And as well as I got them packed, they don't move around anyway. They're packed quite tightly together, so they don't move around. So they're pretty secure. But yeah, it just man, I can't believe how quick. I wish I knew if the airport, not the airport, if the hotel would hold the package. Because I would have to ship it pretty soon if I was going to ship it. Because you don't want to take a chance of getting there after you leave the room, the hotel. So, unless I can have maybe ship it by DHL and have them hold it till I get there, or contact me once it's there and I go get it, or have it delivered. Well, no. No, you don't want to send it the day before, crazy, because I'm talking about shipping it, not flying it. If you fly it, yeah, that's different. But if you fly it, that costs a lot of money. It is not cheap to fly it. if you're going to have it flown there. But if you have it shipped, it takes a couple months. It can take anywhere from 4 weeks to 8 weeks. So it takes a lot longer if you ship it, but it's a lot cheaper. And so if I was going to do it, I'd ship it. I wouldn't fly it because it's cheaper to take it on the plane with me than to fly it by DHL or one of the other the Filipino package delivery systems. It costs a lot less to ship it that way, and than to fly it. When you fly it, it costs a lot of money. It is not cheap whatsoever. And so, yeah, no, we won't fly anything unless it goes with me. That way, it's there when I get there, and it's cheaper. It's cheaper to pay for an extra baggage than to fly it. It's actually cheaper to pay for an extra baggage than to ship it. But the thing about shipping it is, if you ship it, you can ship heavier weight. And yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Like I said, it's not cheap, and you probably, if you flew it, yeah. Like I said, they charge a very pretty penny per pound to fly it, and that's why I say you want to ship it. I don't know what it would cost me if I did it U.S. mail. What it would cost, I really don't know. I did look at DHL, and I did look at the Bionic box. I can't remember which one they have around here, but like I said, if you want to fly it, and it's real expensive, it'd be better for me to take it down to New York City myself and have it sent out from New York City than I have them take it from here and send it down. It costs a lot more money just because you're so far. It has to go to New York City to be shipped. Now I could do it in Indianapolis and drive through Indianapolis, but there again, it's not going to be cheap. So we're just going to do what we're doing. Right now, I just plan on taking the extra luggage. Like I said, I may check and see what it would cost and if they would hold it for me with DHL if I ship it. And if I do that, then I may do that. And I can put more weight and lower the weight of my check-in too. My weight is under the limit. I'll make sure of that. It's not going to be over the limit because then you have to take it out or you'll cause a lot of hassle. And the nice thing about flying Air Canada and United Air Canada, their luggage weight is the same thing as the U.S. So as long as mine's legal for the U.S., it'll be legal for Air Canada. So that's the route I'm going. And I think I'll have it down low enough. Yeah, it takes a while. Like I said, you don't want to wait till the day before unless you're flying it, and you know they're flying it out that day. But even then, it'll take a couple of days because they got to fly it there, unload it, deliver it to the dispersing place, and then deliver it. So you'd want to do it the day you leave or the day before you leave, and then have it there. But no, we're not looking for that at all. Excuse me. We're looking to just to try to enjoy ourselves, take what we can with us, and not worry about it. If I need something, a friend of mine's planning on coming over and visiting probably in a year or so, and they'll bring it. If I need it, they'll bring it with them. One of my exes wants to come over with my friend and visit. It's like, not too crazy about that idea. She's an ex for a reason, you know? But yeah, so we'll see what's going on. Like I said, I can't worry about other people right now. All right, folks, it's getting close time for me to go. I've only planned on going about 2 hours, hour and a half to 2 hours is what I was thinking. I'm close to 2 and a half hours now. So I think I'm going to go ahead and shut this one down. I want to thank everybody for coming and hope to see you guys next week. If you haven't given me a thumbs up, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. The more thumbs up you have, the better it looks. And remember now, be kind to each other. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Plus, as always, have fun. Happy Easter, everybody. Love you guys. Take care. Bye.